good enough for your dancing feet. Make sure that your steps equally match up to this. Ago. When I was a child, growing up was a dream. I'm here, I'm still moving on. I call it harsh reality. I have simply come to learn that sleep is for the strong. And so, good night. It is only when we sleep that we have dreams, my people. And so all men sleep. Yet, when those of us allowed to sleep do, dreams are the preserve of the chosen. And so, all men sleep. The chosen will dream yet. The third strain of life chooses to wake up and lend feet to our dreams. So one man sleeps, has his dream, wakes up, wants to lend feet, and then he calls all of us to go. So say our paths to God lie within. It takes one to take the torch and lead the way. Ghana, welcome to a new morning where we woke up on the right side of our bed. One man chose to sleep, woke up, stretched, yawned, and he says, I have a dream. And then we all choose to believe because this is possible. We have often been told of future leaders who are not allowed to think because it's not their time to lead yet. But future leaders, this is the time to train the future the way to go, so that when you are older and the future is also old, it knows to treat you with some respect. And so, it is good to have your future leaders trained now. Have them vision the future the way it should go. My people, if we were in a race and I was to hand the baton over to the future, I would choose the hand with which to receive the baton from the runner who goes before me, for my place is only held temporarily. My people, which is older, the egg or the hen? Now, whichever one was created first, that is not an argument to be had. The most important part simply says, between the egg and the hen, each one of them is too small to hold itself fully, so each holds a part of the other in trust. And so, it is only on the ends of old ropes that new ones are woven. My people, is it not beautiful that we decide to send messages to the future from now? We have chosen a million ways to beautifully do it by allowing young people to own the future, sending messages and saying, dear future, this is Ghana in the 21st century. See you in a few years' time, and these seeds we sow today would have rippled across the sands of the world. 1 million coders. 1 million coders. Okay. 1 million. Birth another million. Birth another million. If my people do not understand all the big English we will speak today and all the fantastic things we are doing, would it suffice to tell them, say, a computer and Nketenkete? You see, little drops of water make a mighty ocean. The computer and Nketenkete would eventually ensure that Ghana takes its place on the digital maps of the world and leave our footprints. My people, what if we could code Bamaya and Adowa so that a long time after this civilization is gone, all the beautiful things we do now will still stand the test of time? Now, it simply says we are creating employment for 1 million people, but one provides for 13 or 25, and the ripple keeps going on. Imagine a steel pool with a pebble dropped in there. The ripples are so strong. Ago. He to him what is good is good. Our elders say, let him sniff a little alligator pepper and see how he likes it. I'm a young man, and I believe that if we had 1 million storytellers to send our messages to the future in languages that we might not understand reading from the books, my people, we would have simply secured our future. And so, it takes a man to know that when he has gone to bed, returning into this dance is not guaranteed. And so, that is how legacy starts for Ghana. 1 million. 1 million coders are more than 1 million voters, my people. 1 million coders, probably less than how many million farmers we have in Ghana today. So, do not forget the back without which there is no front. Sankofa. Sankofa is the only principle through which our ancestors have brought us up to this point. And so, when Ghana this year, oh Brahma Dane, what are we leaving for the generations yet to come? When they get here, they will point their fingers at us, whether it will be the left or the right. It is our decision to make now. what would warrant that a man will stretch his hands and shake you? Would it be an insult or it would be a greeting? What the future does to us would be our decision to make now. My people, so imagine I am Ghana. I am a carpenter building a big ark so that all my people will be safe because the floods are coming. And then I take, with all the pan, my hammer and hit all the nails in the right places like we are choosing to do today. Then the future is safe and secure. Intiminiano, computer Nketenkete. And maybe I would explain it to you in Dagbani, and then this could go in Gang, and then all our ways will be preserved in the spaces of technology beyond what our ancestors dreamt. You see, this life is simply that reality. We woke up from nothingness in eternity to sleep into the present. I take that again. This life is simply that dream. We woke up from nothingness in eternity to sleep into reality. And so, the most difficult things we are doing today is placing one foot in front of the other. That is how a path is found and all the others follow. So in that spirit, my people, we will not clap to attract attention. Like I said, we will not stamp to rouse the dust. We lift our hand, greet the Creator, and then we beat our chest, making a solemn promise that Ghana will work, making a solemn promise that though we did not see the dream in our sleep, once we have woken up and decided to follow the path that the leader is charting, we will give our very best. Well, a year from now, I will still be here as a timekeeper to evaluate what you put in, what you put in, what you put in. And then we shall ask the dreamer if he has any more dreams that will make our future secure. I'm the writer king who sips communion wine from the calabash. I did not come to pour libation. Your Excellency, you have outdone yourself this time. You have excelled your peers in the realms of dreams. Woken up, we believe in this, it will fly. Why do I ask for this, my people? When a king sits in a palanquin and it is stationary, he throws his hands, then it is an illusion that he is in the air. Unfortunately, he will have to be carried so that he is seen. This idea, beautiful. But you see, an idea alone is just like a seed dropped in a bucket of water. Unless it is spilt, it goes nowhere. Where do we go from here, Ghana? Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? So many questions to be answered. I am simply a messenger. He who had his sleep, had his dream, woke up and sent us on these errands is here. Therefore, I beg you, maybe you should bring him up so that when all those questions are answered, I can simply and confidently strut about the streets talking about computer. Nketenkete. Ghana, I'll be back. Asaase.
Nana Asaase. Amazing. He said, computer Nketenkete. When he said 1 million, you woke up, you thought it was 1 million Ashanti votes. You thought you were doing your old job. You didn't know you have changed. When he said 1 million, the guy said, he thought Ashanti, they were voting. Friends across TV3, ChannelOne, GTV, Wezo TV, Metro TV, friends on the Ministry of Communications Facebook page, friends in Bolga, Bono East, Ashanti, Volta, and all through the country. You are here live at the launch of the 1 Million Coders program. We just had a poetic interregnum. It's now time to receive our special guest of honor, His Excellency, the President of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama. Please rise as we receive His Excellency to bring us the keynote.